Okay, so imagine this, right? You're out, you're at a cafe having a latte, and this awesome song comes on, but you have no idea what it is.
Happens all the time.
You're like scrambling to remember the lyrics so you can Google it later.
Yeah, totally.
Well, thankfully now we have Shazam.
Right.
And get this, they just hit a massive milestone. 100 billion song recognitions.
100 billion. That's incredible.
That's a crazy number.
It's like, if you think about it, it's as if every person on Earth has Shazammed like 12 songs each.
Whoa, that really puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think about how often I use Shazam, 12 doesn't even seem that high.
Yeah, right?
But, okay, for those who haven't experienced the magic of Shazam, what exactly is it?
Well, think of it as a fingerprint scanner, but for music.
Mm.
So you hold your phone up to the speaker, it analyzes the audio, and then it compares it against this huge database of songs.
Oh, wow.
And boom, within a few seconds, it tells you exactly what song is playing and who the artist is.
Yeah, it really is a remarkable technology. I remember back in the early 2000s when it first came out, it was a totally different experience. You had to like call a number and hold your phone up to the music.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. It's come a long way since then.
It definitely has.
I mean, it started as this really simple SMS service over in the UK, actually. But, you know, the core concept has always been the same, right? It's about people being curious about the music they hear.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is that song?
Exactly.
And that curiosity has really driven Shazam's evolution, especially since it became part of Apple back in 2018.
Oh, absolutely.
Now it's built into our iPhones, our Apple Watches. I mean, you don't even have to open a separate app anymore.
Yeah, I use the widget on my Apple Watch all the time.
That's so convenient.
Yeah.
And, you know, being part of Apple definitely helped Shazam to grow like crazy.
Oh, for sure. And it opened up a ton of possibilities for innovation, too.
Like what?
Well, you know, now you can even Shazam a song that's playing in your headphones.
Oh,
or like if you're watching a video on TikTok or something and there's music playing in the background, you can Shazam that too.
Yeah, it's become so easy to use.
So seamless.
But I think what's really interesting is that Shazam can give us this really unique look into global music trends.
Yeah, definitely.
For example, did you know that Dance Monkey by Tones and I is the most Shazamed song ever?
Really?
Yeah. It has over 45 million tags.
Wow, that's a lot of people wanting to know what that song is.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes you wonder what makes a song so Shazamable, right?
Right, like is it the melody, the instruments, or what?
Yeah, like what is it about that specific song?
I mean, in the case of Dance Monkey, it's probably a few things. I mean, it's a super catchy song.
Oh, yeah.
And that beat, it just gets stuck in your head.
For sure.
It's also like, it went viral on TikTok, so a ton of people were hearing it for the first time there.
Yeah, good point.
So it's like a perfect example of how a song can blow up in the digital age.
Yeah.
And speaking of songs blowing up, you know Benson Boone's Beautiful Things?
Yeah.
That song hit 10 million Shazams in record time this year.
Wow, how fast.
Only 178 days.
That's crazy.
It just shows how quickly music can spread now.
It really does.
And Shazam is there capturing all of that in real time.
Yeah, it's like a pulse on the music world.
It is.
Shows us exactly what people are listening to right now.
Okay, so we've talked about like the huge number of Shazams and how the technology has changed. But I'm curious, what does this all tell us about how people are discovering new music?
Well, it tells us that people are way more active in finding new music now. It's not like you just hear a song on the radio and that's it.
Right.
People are hearing music everywhere, in stores, on social media, even at sporting events.
Yeah, good point.
And they want to know what they're hearing.
Yeah, like that Kavinsky song, Night Call, that suddenly became super popular during the Paris Games this summer.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Everyone was Shazamming it.
Everyone's like, what is this song?
Yeah, exactly.
And Shazam gives you that answer, like right away.
Yeah, it satisfies that curiosity.
It does.
But it's more than just that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this data is valuable for the entire music industry.
Oh, absolutely it is.
How so?
Well, think about it. Artists can use this data to see where their music is popular. Record labels can use it to spot new trends. Streaming services can use it to make better playlists.
Oh, wow. So it's not just a cool app for music fans.
No, not at all.
It's actually like shaping the whole industry.
It is. It's a window into what people are listening to worldwide.
It's incredible.
It really is. And as the technology keeps developing, it's just going to get more and more interesting.
All right, so let's take a deeper look at Shazam as a music trend predictor. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll uncover some surprising insights that have come from all those billions of Shazams.
One of the things I find super interesting about Shazam is it's not just about the mainstream hits.
Yeah, for sure. I found so many awesome bands and songs I never would have heard of.
Right, like those hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. How many times have you been somewhere, like a store or a restaurant?
Yeah.
You hear this cool song and Shazam it, and you end up finding a whole new artist.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
It's like a launch pad for these up-and-coming musicians who maybe don't have huge marketing teams behind them.
It's like a modern version of making mixtapes.
Exactly. You're sharing music you love.
Yeah, but like on a global scale.
Right. And that's a really important point.
Mm.
I think Shazam isn't just showing what people like. It's actually shaping taste, too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, when a song gets a ton of Shazams, it sends a message
To who?
to the whole music industry. Streaming services start putting it on more playlists. Radio stations might pick it up.
Oh, wow.
Even concert promoters start paying
So
attention.
just like a loop.
Yeah. Certain songs get more popular because of Shazam.
And that leads to even more people hearing it.
Exactly. And that brings up another cool thing about Shazam.
What's that?
It shows us big cultural trends. It's not just about individual songs. It's about the bigger picture. You know?
Like what? Can you give me an example?
Okay, so we can look at the data and see what types of music are becoming popular in different places.
Oh, wow.
We can see how tastes change over time. We can even see how things like music festivals or award shows affect what people listen to.
That's wild. It's like you're seeing the music world in real time.
Yeah, and not just generally, it's specific too.
You mean like geographically?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe this new Latin pop song is huge in Spain, or a K-pop group is blowing up in South Korea.
Wow.
Shazam picks up on all of that and shows us how music connects us across cultures.
That's incredible. So it's like, it's not just about finding new music.
Right.
It's a way to see the whole world of music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both individually and globally.
And what's exciting is we're just starting to see what this data can do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as Shazam keeps changing, I think we'll find even more amazing ways to use it to connect people with music. Like, what kind of things do you think are coming in the future?
Well, I know they're already trying things out, like features that tell you about concerts near you.
Oh, based on your Shazams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you get personalized recommendations for shows you'd actually love.
That is so cool.
Right. It's taking it to another level.
Yeah, it's not just listening anymore.
No.
It's like being part of the music scene.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Shazam is this bridge between hearing a song and actually experiencing it. It's like you get curious about a song, then you learn more about it, and you end up having this deeper connection with music.
I love that. And with 100 billion Shazams, that journey is only going to keep going.
It is.
I mean, we've come from mixtapes to an app that tells you the name of a song in seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Speaking of exploring further, I'm really interested in how technology will keep shaping how we find new music. Where do you think this is headed? I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
We've gone from like sharing mixtapes to having an app that can tell us the name of a song instantly.
Right. What's next?
Like flying cars that play our favorite tunes.
Haha. Well, maybe not flying cars just yet.
Yeah.
But seriously, the potential is huge.
Like what?
Well, we're already seeing AI being used for those personalized playlists, you know?
Oh, yeah, like those Discover Weekly mixes.
Exactly. Have you tried those?
Yeah, they're pretty good sometimes. It's kind of freaky, though.
Yeah, it is a little bit like having this super smart DJ in your pocket.
Yeah.
But imagine it getting even more personalized. Like AI could take into account your mood, where you are, even what time of day it is,
Oh, wow.
and suggest the perfect music for that moment.
Okay, now that is getting futuristic.
It is, right. But it could go even further.
Really?
What if your smartwatch or something could track your heart rate or even your brain waves,
Whoa.
and then use that to pick music that actually affects how you feel?
No way.
Yeah. So like if you need to focus, it plays music to help you concentrate. Or if you're stressed, it plays something calming.
Wow, that's like music as therapy.
Exactly.
It's powerful.
It is. And then there's VR and AR coming into play too.
You mean like virtual reality and augmented reality?
Yeah. Imagine attending a concert virtually with your friends from all over the world,
Wow.
or having these interactive musical experiences.
Like what would that even look like?
I don't know exactly, but it would blur the line between the artist and the audience.
That is seriously mind-blowing. It's like we're not just talking about finding new music.
Right.
It's a whole new way of experiencing it.
Yeah, and it all comes back to that basic human desire to connect with music.
Yeah.
You know, Shazam tapped into that, and now technology has taken it to this whole other level.
It's incredible. So what does all this mean for our listeners?
Well, I think it means that the next time you Shazam a song, Remember, you're not just finding out the name of the tune.
Yeah.
You're part of this incredible evolution of how we find music, how we listen to it, and how we connect with it.
And that journey started with just one question.
What song is this? And it's brought us to this place where the possibilities of music are endless.
They really are. So keep exploring, keep Shazamming,
Yeah.
and most importantly, keep that musical curiosity alive.
Couldn't have said it better myself.